Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be restarting the NHL in a fantasy draft in NHL 22. It's going to be all simulated by the computer. We're going to check out what the rosters are, who goes in the first round, who goes in the third round, who goes in the second round, check out what the computer wants to draft. And I'm expecting McDavid to go one, but you never know. We're also going to simulate a year. Check out, let's see what team does the best. Let's start this career up, keep the salary cap on, and let's see what's the franchise draft. And we got Detroit picking first, Columbus, Tampa Bay. Where's Ottawa? We're all the way at 30. I won't be making any selections. It'll all be the computer. So let's get into this. Start the draft. I'll probably slow simulate. I guess I don't really have a choice here. So let's start all the way in pick number 1, and the Detroit Red Wings get the 95 overall. Connor McDavid. It's crazy that Austin Matthews has higher potential than McDavid. I would think McDavid would be a high franchise as well, but Connor McDavid 1. 2, the Columbus Blue Jackets select Austin Matthews. Tampa gets McKinnon. Leon Draisaitl to the Blue Jackets, or not the Blue Jackets, the Blues. Sid the Kid off to the Devils. Nikita Kucherov goes at number 6 to the Calgary Flames. Victor Hedman all the way to Nashville now. Patty Kane stays with the Chicago Blackhawks. It'll be interesting to see how many players actually stay with their current teams. And another one, David Pastrnak stays with the Boston Bruins. Vasilevsky is off to Dallas. Jack Eichel goes 11th overall, and he's on the Florida Panthers. Panarin to the Montreal Canadiens. Elias Peterson, I'm kind of surprised on him going 13, but off to Minnesota he goes. High elite potential. Brad the Rat Marchand off to the Islanders. Cal McCarr, probably one of the best prospects. I wouldn't even say he's a prospect. He's a superstar now. He's off to the Vancouver Canucks. Mikko Rantanen, surprised he's only a low elite. Should definitely be a medium elite. Off to the Ducks. The Oilers, they lose out on McDavid, but they get Sebastian Aho. The Sharks, they finally have a goalie, Connor Hellebuck. The Carolina Hurricanes select Matt Barzal. And finally, Ovechkin goes, and it's fitting. He's back with the Washington Capitals. You love to see that. Adam Fox, the Seattle Kraken. Mitchell Marner, all the way to the Coyotes, probably where Austin Matthews would have loved to end up. Alexander Barkov to the Flyers. Braden Point to the Sabres. Thomas Chabot to the LA Kings. Alex DeBrincat's going to be a Colorado Avalanche. Charlie McAvoy to the Leafs. The Leafs wish they can have McAvoy. Quinn Hughes, 86 overall, going in the first round to the Vegas Golden Knights. Matt Tkachuk off to the Pittsburgh Penguins. We're just going to be simulate the pick here. We'll round out the end of the first round, and then we'll simulate the rest, and we'll go through the teams team by team, and we'll see how everyone is. But the Ottawa Senators select Mark Scheifele in round number 1. The Rangers, they're closing it out with Sean Couturier, and the last pick in the first round is the Winnipeg Jets, and they decide to go with Jonathan Huberdeau. I'm going to simulate the entire draft, and let's go take a look at each team. So if you quickly want to see how the draft order went, I'll quickly go through here. Round number 2, you can just pause the video. So it looks like Ottawa got Steven Stamkos, Stützle to the San Jose Sharks, Jake Gensel, Nick Backstrom, Alexis Lafreniere goes to the Florida Panthers. Seeing if I can see anything. Brady Tkachuk off to Edmonton. Round number 3, we got Shea Theodore. Tyler Seguin goes in round 3. Boquist round 3. Vladimir Tarasenko, Trevor Zegras. Some big names. Round number 4, we're going Joel Farabee. Interesting move from the CPU, but what can you do? What else we got here? Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to the Anaheim Ducks. Grubauer, the 5th round. Saros, Spencer Knight, a couple goalies. We got Samsonov, David Perron goes, Alex Newhook, Eric Brandstrom. Round number 6, Hoglander goes, Noah Dobson, William Karlsson, Connor Hart, Jacob Voracek, Matt Dumba. Round 7, just kind of seeing who I see. Verana, Yamamoto. Lucas Raymond goes to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Good pickup. Alex Tuck, Rasmus Sandin. And now let's go round number 8. Anthony Mantha, Kopp, Kempe, Cam Fowler, Bobrovsky, Joel Pavelski, Connor Brown. It's getting a little bit weaker now, but Giordano goes in round 8. Always gets drafted late. Round number 9, let's see. Keith Yandel, Jake Bean, Ryan Murray stand out to me. Jamie Benn, Eric Carlson in round number 9. Tom Wilson. Round 10, what do we got? Do we got any steals here? Any steals? Brant Clark's pretty good pickup. Barrett Hayden, Jordan Eberle, Zach Hyman, Jacob Bernard Docker, Vincent Dunn, Tristan Jerry. Still, I mean, how many rounds is there? We're on round 11. There is 32 rounds. So I'll go a little bit quicker through this. Round 11, sorry. So any Cal Foote, Ryan Greaves. Round number 12, we got Clefbaum, Fleury's on the board. Tony DeAngelo, Max Domi, Nolan Patrick. Round 13, I see Liam Foudy, Dennis Savard, Colin White, Adam Laurie. Round 14, Fermenton, Zach Sanford, Caleb Jones, Scott Mayfield, Barbashev. Phil the Thrill Kessel goes in round number 14. Great value on that pick. Round 15, Joe Veleno all the way back to the Detroit Red Wings, it looks like. Evgeny Dadonov, Bremstrom, Eric Holla, Adam Henrique, Shane Gostisbehere to Toronto. I mean, that's a good value pick in round 15. 16, you guys can just pause for the next couple rounds. 17, 18 here. Not seeing anyone too crazy. 19, Josh Hosang in round number 19. Patrick Hornquist. Round number 20, the Ottawa Senators select Galchenyuk. Not a bad pick at 20. Michael Del Call for 21. Round 22. Round 23, looking like a bunch of depth players now. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and finally 32. H. Skinner, the last one to go. But though that is the draft order according to the NHL. Let's get into the seasons here. Before assimilating the year, I just want to quickly take a look at all the team's offensive and defensive cores. So the Ducks here, if you're a Ducks fan, I mean, doesn't look too pretty, but your defense is pretty. The top 4 is definitely really good. Off to the Arizona Coyotes, Miles Wood. I mean, another, not the strongest team. They got a good first line center, first line right wing. Defensively, Seth Jones back there with John Klingberg, Hayek. I mean, again, not a crazy one. Boston's got Darnell Nurse. A lot of good defensemen here. I'm looking for I wonder who's going to be the best offensive team. Boston looks pretty good, though. Boston looks good. Suzuki, Keller, Pasternak. I mean, good team. The Buffalo Sabres. Poor Taylor Hall. Tries so hard to get out, and he comes right back. But he's going to play with Braden Point and Riley Smith now. So a definite upgrade. Pajot's on the team. Evander Kane. Let's check out their defensemen. Pietrangelo is their star, it looks like. Off to Carolina. Yossi's up there. What else? They got Barzell, Dadonov. Nothing too crazy. The Columbus Blue Jackets. Austin Matthews, their number 2 overall selection. He's going to be a beast for them. But, I mean, you only get 2 picks in the top 60. It's tough to make your team good. Calgary loads up on that first line. Couture, Aline, Kucherov. Defensively, they're going to be relying on Matthias Ekholm. The Chicago Blackhawks got Provorov, Dumba, and then as forwards, Konechny, Zibby, and Patty Kane. Yep, their first round pick. Colorado, quickly check them out. They got 2 good defensemen, Giordano, Carlson. I mean, they're going to be beasts back there. DeBrincat. Dallas, Kubalik, Trocheck, and Boser on that first line. Not the greatest team there. We got Detroit next up. Rasmus Dahlin, Connor McDavid, and Rasmus Dahlin's going to be good. Break to Chucks on Edmonton with Aho. Defensively, Sam Girard's taken over. Florida's got Morrissey and Laffy Taffy. I mean, they got a pretty deep team here. if Yamamoto and Laffy Taffy can grow, I mean, it's pretty good. The LA Kings got filled with thrill on that first line. Love to see it. Defensively, they're going to be running with Shabbat, Carlson, Petrie, and Vinny Dunn. Also got Niku and Madison Bowie. Might be the best defensive core we've seen. The Wild definitely have the worst defensive core we've seen. That means their offense must be sick, right? I mean, Peterson, Kopitar, Nylander, Grunov, Brock Nelson. Yeah, they got a pretty good sick offensive core. Montreal, they got Cole Caulfield back on the squad. Defensively, I mean, another weak defensive team. The Devils have a pretty solid defensive. Wow, Burns, Chichirin, Jake Muzzin, Chris Letang. What do they got on the offensive side? Sid the Kid, Ehlers, and Anders Lee on that first. I mean, a pretty good team there too. Alex Nylander, Nolan Patrick, Daniel Sprong, a pretty good young third line. Nashville, Kevin Fiala, Dylan Larkin, Gallagher. Nothing too impressive there, but kind of just a good team overall, to be honest. Nashville is one of the better teams I think I've seen. Off to the Rats team. You know, they're deep though. Deep team for them. Jamie Benn on that third line. Defensively, Rowinski. They get Pollock back. Cal Fowler, Eric Johnson, Dmitry Orlov. Definitely the best defensive core now, actually, are the Islanders. Rangers, we are relying on Hampus, Lindholm, Kyle Connor, Couturier. The Philadelphia Flyers, they got Zadina, Barkov, and Puljujarvi. A couple of good young players there. Defensively, what are they working with? Dougie Hamilton. Pittsburgh gets OEL and Heiskanen. Offensively, they got Matt Tkachuk playing with Tyler Seguin and Robert Thomas. I mean, I like it. Seattle Kraken. I mean, I think they wish they had this team, but unfortunately, they got Michael Bunning, a Toronto Maple Leafs legend, in the back end. They got Ryan Ellison, Adam Fox, Bernard Docker is gonna be good for them, but the bottom six pretty weak. The San Jose Sharks, they got Brandstrom and Travis Sanheim, Teuvo Teravainen, Tim Stützle. So they got Brandstrom and Stützle, Ottawa's future, and they got Colin White and Drake Batherson. So this team's basically the Ottawa Senators. Trevor Zegras. The St. Louis Blues, Landeskog playing with Draisaitl and Blake Wheeler. That's a sick first line. Defensively, Morgan Riley and Shea Weber. I mean, they complement each other perfectly. That's going to be a good team. The Blues. Tampa Bay, they're relying on Pilic. Offensively, Goudreau, McKinnon. So McKinnon's on Tampa. The Toronto Maple Leafs, wow. One of the weaker teams I've seen. I'm not trying to be mean to the Toronto Maple Leafs, but definitely not one of the better teams I've seen around. The Vancouver Canucks, Robertson. He's a very good young player in the NHL. Tavares, Olofsson. Defensively, they got Ty Smith and Cal McCarr. He's a beauty. Vegas, Quinn Hughes, Trouba. Offensively, Kaprizov, Dylan Strome, and Tom Wilson. Finally, the second last team, the Winnipeg Jets. It's a good top. The top lines all should be unreal, realistically. Huberdeau, Hurdle. Defensively, they got Krug, a weak defensive core outside that, though. And then finally, the last team, the Washington Capitals. They're going with Drew Doughty, Caleb Jones, and then offensively, they got Alexander Ovechkin and Evgeny Malkin, the Russian legends. They also have Patrice Bergeron. So this Washington's also a really good team. Let's simulate the year. Let's see how the computers did. Maybe the Ottawa Senators do well. I'll show you the team really quickly for Ottawa since we missed them. Edit lines, I haven't touched anything here. So we got Farabee, Stamkos, Mark Scheifele, Bertuzzi. I mean, we're not terrible ourselves, but there's definitely some better teams defensively. Not that rewarding, but we'll see how the year goes. Let's simulate the year, and I'll catch you guys up in the playoffs. The regular season coming to an end. It looks like, I mean, the top teams are kind of the top teams in the NHL right now. The Carolina Hurricanes, the Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay, Colorado, Boston. The Islanders are having a rough year, but normally they're near the top. The Blue Jackets, the Ducks, who are basically ninth, I think, in the NHL right now. Interesting to see that. Maybe it's the head coach, who knows. But the Carolina Hurricanes were the best team. 50 wins, 25 losses, 7 overtime losses, 3 goals per game. Who was the worst team? Is it anything like real life? the Arizona Coyotes, Vegas, St. Louis, the Kings. I mean, it's funny that the Coyotes are the worst team in the league, just like real life, and Carolina's the best. I mean, that's pretty accurate even with the franchise mode. Let's check out who was the best players, point producers in the NHL this year, entire league, and it was Alexander Ovechkin and Evgeny Malkin. They lit it up. The raging Russians, as Superman once said. Yeah, 115 points each. Both played 82 games. Marchand was up there. Ryan O'Reilly, Huberdeau, Crosby, Matthews. Where is McDavid? The first overall pick, 37 goals, 48 helpers, 85 points, over a point per game, but I mean, nothing too crazy. But wow, Ovechkin, I mean, just doesn't stop. Just doesn't stop. Marchand actually led the league in goals, though. 58 goals for Brad Marchand. Let's take a look at the teams that made the playoffs here. So we got no Ottawa, unfortunately, but so we'll be watching from the sidelines here. Who do we think's gonna win? You got to have a prediction. Who did I say was good? Who did I say was good here? I think I said Toronto was good. Or no, I said Toronto was bad. So it turns out they're good. Let's go with the Kraken. Why not? Or San Jose. San Jose's got a bunch of Ottawa Senators for some reason. So let's go with the San Jose Sharks. We'll simulate to the Stanley Cup Finals, and then we'll do the slow simulations there. So Stanley Cup Finals should be around here. So in the finals, it looks like we got the Dallas Stars versus the New Jersey Devils. Let's slow sim these games here. Dallas takes game number 1, answered back by the Devils. Devils take game 3 as well, 2-1 series lead. Game 4 tonight, and the Devils take it 3-1 series lead. And will the Devils do close it out, as they are the Stanley Cup champions in this rebuild? And the Dallas Stars farm team actually won the AHL Cup, so they could have went back-to-back clean sweep. But that's going to do it. Let's take a look at the playoff stats and awards. So awards, we got the New Jersey Devils, Carolina with President's Trophy, individual Alexander Ovechkin. For the Art Ross Hart Trophy, Dougie Hamilton grabs the Norris Trophy. Lady Byng goes to Evgeny Malkin. The Calder goes to the Montreal Canadiens phenom, Cole Caulfield. Conn Smythe goes to Chris Letang. Interesting. VEZINA, John Gibson. My buddy Sam would love to see Gibson on the Leafs. He gets the William M. Jennings Trophy as well. Brendan Dillon wins the Bill Masterton. The Calgary coach wins the Jack Adam. Selke goes to Barkov for the second year. Ted Lindsay to Ovi. The Maurice Rocket Richard goes to Brad Marchand. And then quickly, the player stats. Let's check out how Chris Letang did. He actually got outscored by Sidney Crosby. So Sidney Crosby, the GOAT. He's just the GOAT. Sidney Crosby is now the Stanley Cup champion again. So maybe he is better than McDavid. But I'll leave that up to you for the debate. But that's going to do it for this video. Restarting the NHL with a franchise mode draft. Congratulations to Sidney Crosby and the New Jersey Devils on a Stanley Cup. Crosby, wherever team you play, clearly you can win a cup. Maybe you are the GOAT over Connor McDavid. But that's it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.